Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Pinball FX2. So last time we did Epic Quest, and I would have sworn it was a license on something because it's such a more animated and more detailed table than practically any of the other tables. It felt very much like Explosion Man or Family Guy or any of these newer tables, but in just how detailed and characterized it was. As far as I can tell, I looked it up, there is no license here. It's just a unique creation, which is a little weird because they had already done Excalibur, which is fantasy swords and all of that, and they had already done Castle Storm. Although maybe they hadn't done Castle Storm at that point. Actually, they probably hadn't. So they would have only... There's a big difference between Excalibur and Epic Quest, so maybe it went Excalibur, Epic Quest, and then Castle Storm, or, yeah, it almost certainly had to do that. But today, we're going to do Moon Knight. I know there is a good fan base of Moon Knight, but it's not the most well-known Marvel character, so maybe it won't be good. I hope it's good. I hope all of them are good. All I really know about Moon Knight is that he has, like, different personalities of some sort. So take off the moon with the moon copter on Moon Knight is one of the achievements, and defeat 100 thugs. Interesting. Let's start and see how this goes. Moon Knight, in a lot of ways, I think is Marvel's equivalent to Batman, but not used in the same fashion, because they all have the equivalents. There's a Shazam is
the Moon Knight,
the Superman.
thugs to please the Moon God. Still, he can be kind of a pest.
So,
Khonshu, you here?
Can we go hurt people now?
so there's this Moon God that gave him his power, and he wants him to hunt bad guys to make him happy. I think he just wants him to hurt people in general, and maybe there's a switch there. Interesting spinning, like, set in the top left. 3D character of him. See, it looks like there's a ramp there, a drop down target there. Very rough moon texture on that ramp with a crossover shot from the ramp. Interesting. Multiple bonus multipliers. There's something behind that car, it's hard to tell. Another ramp there. Let's see. I don't know who any of Moon Knight's main bad guys are. This is interesting. How do you even... What does that even do? It must be a multi-ball lock. There. Sinkhole. Apparently he has a flying helicopter.
Someone has to do this. The fun stuff.
Let's go to 4. Although I found actually doing 5 was a little bit better in the last table. So I may end up switching to 5 from now on. But I've done 40 tables, it feels like. I think 47 tables in total, we'll see. So that was a skill shot, and a bunch of mystical...
Something on your mind, Crawley?
Oh, that moved the ball really fast, so I had difficulty following where it went. So this is kind of the typical issue of too many ramps here, although in this case it's not even too many ramps. It's actually too many lanes. There's only 2 actual ramps. It's just a bunch of more lanes than I've ever seen. Strange fashion. And there's only that one cross track.
I listen to our passengers gossip. They're our first paying customer.
So it sounds like he drives a cab sometimes to find victims or bad guys.
Fools. You don't even know who you're dealing with.
I have a bad feeling. Something's not right. No, it can't be. Bushman!
The mercenary who was nice enough to kill you and bring us together in the first place.
Yeah, so he died apparently.
Now go kick his ass.
Looks like there might be an XP or health system on the table again. Although red bar and blue bar on the flippers. See, seems like there's a little bit of
Don't you miss
deadman
Marley?
too.
Wouldn't you want to have just one more chance?
I have no interest in hiding. I wear white so they'll see me coming.
So like in the DC comics there's this character called what is it? The Dead Devil?
Yeah, 1066 requesting a unit to respond immediately.
2 Ds of some sort, and he's kind of in a similar situation
Gotta
where
get to the crime scene before the cops do. Get the moon bike,
he's doing
Duchamp!
a bunch of mystical stuff because he's
Just for the
dead and
record,
trying to get
that's one
revenge.
more time I brought you back to life.
I do not like this
Yes,
ramp.
the hideout is in dire need of a facelift.
See,
The hideout has improved.
It was asking me to pick there. A ramp that goes right over the flippers is a distraction. There's a big moon coming closer and closer here. I don't know if I'm supposed to hit something.
Lost contact with suspect somewhere down the East River Drive area.
No more chances for you. It was you who ruined it all.
Beware the vengeance of Moon Knight.
But you can see this is almost a parody of Batman. But
It's time to bag some
and
bad guys.
that bad guy
It's
he
not
fought
your lucky
looked
day, punks.
quite very much like a let's see.
Ouch! Oh, you hit me.
Let's see. Punk's routed with this crossbow. That's not very video gamey, but I will say, at least in that example,
Vengeance triumphs.
It's time I reward you. You'd
The-
be
it
so
didn't go to a
much
completely
better at
different
this if-
screen.
Oh, hey! Let me go! Let me go! Rude! You really dropped the ball this time.
so I got 7 million
never
without
before.
even knowing the
Way to
table.
go!
Very light blue on the end screen here. Oh, it's too bright. So yeah, 48 tables I've played. Let's start
Mark
again.
Spector, the Moon Knight. I hunt thugs to please the Moon God. Still, he can be kind of a pest.
Yeah, so the guy we were fighting,
Function.
the Bushman, as what he
Can
called
we
him,
go hurt
was-
people now?
looked quite a lot like Joker. Well, in theme at least. Let's see the table guide.
Mark Spector,
Let's see.
the Moon Knight. I hunt thugs
Each
to
ramp has
please
4
the
game
Moon
modes
God.
which are tied to
Still,
the positions of the
he
hands of the
can be
clock.
kind of a pest.
The game modes can be unlocked by the first
Conchu.
ramp shot.
You hear?
Can we go
So the
hurt
multiple
people now?
personality thing, I guess, happened in a series, in a reboot after this table was made, because I'm not seeing any reference to that. As you may notice, the ball is the plunger. In the plunger, the hands of the clock will keep turning, enabling advanced players to time their plunger shots so they leave the hands at the desired position. Okay. The moon ramp, it's invisible to most of the time. The ramp is made up of pure moonlight channels that power the moon directly into you whenever the grim crowd of mean thugs threatens to overwhelm you. The mini playfield associated with this Game mode is accessible by repeated moonshots with the top right flipper. So there's a mini field there. Skill shot is hit that and bounce back. The war chest can hold 3 types of orbs as a servant of Khonshu. It's mainly blue vengeance orbs. You are after maxing out the vengeance holds the key to starting the main mission, rather than simply chasing more thugs around New York. Red orbs will help you upgrade your hideout, collect an ever-increasing amount to permanently improve your scoring on the lanes of your choice. And what do the yellow ones do? Oh, and yes, yellow orbs are a bonus representing Khonshu's gratitude for your service. You can select pinnacle influence each time you fill that gauge. When blue orbs are available from the start, red and yellow must be unlocked by completing missions. Worry not, orbs will be awarded the moment you earn them. There's no need for the orb to reach the war chest. Upgrades. Scores awarded by the main lanes can be upgraded to a max of level 5. So instead of getting 1,000 points each time you go in the lane, you could get up to 50,000 points. Dog 1 hit that. Moon crossbow, I think we've seen that one. Let's see, Whirly World multi-ball is done by hitting that one. That's like loose screw multi-ball is done by hitting that. So he has always been a little crazy, but that is so in line with Batman too. You could almost make an argument that they didn't need to license any of the DC pinball tables, but they kind of did. Because you just can't do the same thing with Moon Knight that you can do with Batman. There's just not that knowledge and memory there. And I think Moon Knight may have started as a Batman parody and now is his own story that's really more unique than that, and more interesting than that. So I want to hit that lane quite a bit is what I'm picking up from all of this. Alright, so I think I generally understand what I'm supposed to do.
Beware the vengeance of Moon Knight. I hunt thugs to please the Moon God. Still, he can be kind of a pest.
So I, in general, just want to not lose the ball.
I will not fall.
And the missions must be pretty simple because they didn't bother to
Something on your mind, Crawley?
It's not like the scenes in some of the Star Wars pinball tables.
We have a 1066 requesting a unit to respond immediately.
Gotta get to the crime scene before the cops do. Get the moon bike, Duchamp.
Duchamp, I don't know who that is.
Blind fools. You don't even know who you're dealing with.
We'll try Blind Black Spectre this time.
Our last encounter was rigged. I demand a recount now.
No. Hey, surely we can talk it over.
I will reap my reward, and you can't stand in my way.
Carson Knowles has an interesting method of getting ahead in politics. He just kills the opposition as the Black Spectre.
That explains the posters in the background. We're getting some old school take this, take that style dialogue in the dot matrix display when I do work the fight through. 50 splashing targets.
Vote.
Keep it going. It is very strange that this ramp sometimes drops the ball.
It's just
in
a
the
scratch.
One thing, what left lane or the right lane, seems to switch back and forth through a diverter.
You'd be so much better at this if... Oh, hey! Let me go! Let me go! Rude!
So we hit that, and then there's no cross shot there, so You have to actually tap the
Lost
other.
contact with suspect somewhere down the East River Drive area.
Where I think chasing after a character named Screw. And it wants me to do some really difficult shots on the right.
Suspect seen exiting a building at the corner of 11th Avenue.
Be able to make those shots. Now it wants me to do some other shots, which I could probably pull. See, hitting under that car, that's just gonna be difficult.
Let's pack some punch into the whirly-bird, Frenchie.
Good. You're back for more. You'll get some more.
Morpheus, I feel his power inside my head.
Morpheus. Most people sleep. For him, releasing deadly psionic energy serves the same purpose. Go figure.
So that's one of those missions. But he's not shown up. He's just hiding. So I don't know, am I doing the right thing or am I doing the wrong thing? Doesn't seem like this stuff matters. Did I succeed? I think I succeeded. I think I
No more
just won a
chances for
fight.
you. It was you who ruined it all.
I have no interest in hiding. I wear white so they'll see me coming. Something on your mind, Crawley?
C'est magnifique!
Got the multiplier up to 2, that's nice.
Combo! You drive the cab. I'll listen to our passengers gossip. Combo! There, our first paying customer.
Did I just lock a ball?
Yes. The hideout is in dire need of a facelift.
Let's see. Upgrade the
hideout has
mission.
improved.
Why not? Pop-up bumpers back there. I didn't even know they were there.
Hurry! Get the coffin dodgers!
So I'm trying to hit this out lane on the far right here. Seems like that's the only thing that's blinking. And I made it. And that was probably a hurry up mode. That was the guess.
Combo!
HQ upgrades. Upgrade the center hole? Sure, why not? Why not upgrade everything?
We have a 1066 requesting a unit to respond
Balls on
immediately.
fire.
Burning! I like it!
Ball locked, one more to go.
Good. You're back for more. You'll get some more.
Our
Let's
last
see, I
encounter
chose
was
the wrong
rigged.
one.
I demand a recount now!
Knowles. Hey. Surely
Carson
we can talk it
Knowles.
over.
I will reap my reward, and you can't stand in my way. Nyarr.
So if I get 2 of these done, that would be really surprising. Because I've never been super successful on any of these tables.
boat?
You have to really hit that ramp. Hit it harder than that. That's a difficult shot. Get that
It's
speed.
just a scratch. It's not your lucky day, punks.
So here we go. We have 3. Let's see. Missed. Well, I don't know how many I hit there. Seems like it worked either way. That's not a very fun mini game there.
Vengeance triumphs.
Just take 3 shots and
Reward you.
regardless of what happens, you're done. I'm in a reward mode, so just go up all the ramps. I've almost spelled. No, I guess I haven't spelled it. But the M and the K and then it looked like I had. I got an achievement for something.
Whirly bird ready. Let's soften him up. Bombs away.
What are we doing now?
Jackpot!
Multi-balls. Okay, fine. Multiplayer, multi-ball. Hit for. Go for these light balls.
The whirly bird needs some repairs. Will you lend me a hand?
That's an interesting multi-ball. For all the things that could be done, this is an unfair thing to say, but they really didn't
Sure, if it's a big
think of
deal, but
anything too
aren't
crazy.
those thugs running off with your girl?
Since these are digital only
Follow them!
tables. That the bright glowing white light for balls and the ball being on fire has been about as extreme as they get, but then again I guess I always complain when they do something that doesn't feel like regular pinball. Anyways, so they're damned if they do and damned if they don't in my mind, I suppose. I'm trying to be as fair to them as possible, but I both want them to
I
do
will
something
stay.
new and innovative
If you'll
and
have me.
familiar and common. But
Vengeance triumphs.
it's true, people don't know what they want. But at least I know I don't know what I want.
It's time to bag some bad
One more
guys.
thing, if I get that ramp, I would have multi-ball.
You drive the cab. I'll listen to our passengers gossip.
Yes, the hideout
HP
is in dire
upgrades.
need of a facelift.
The hideout has
Upgrade the
improved.
right ramp.
Don't you miss
Lose the
Marley?
ball.
Wouldn't you want to have just one more chance? You
23
really
million.
dropped the ball this time.
This time.
Like never before.
Oh,
Beware the
We've
vengeance
almost
of
played for
Moonlight.
30 minutes.
Scouring the streets each night
Let's
with
see if we can be a little bit more
God of
critical of
vengeance.
this too.
I've been his warrior priest ever since he saved my life. Khonshu, you here?
Can we go
I like
hurt
the
people
clock
now?
idea. That was something. What is the name of it? Is it called Carnival Amusement part. There's this real pinball table that's very famous where you're in an amusement park and you can't start the ride until it's midnight, so you have to hit a lot of things to move the clock forward. And that's kind of what this is doing, except for they're actually doing it better because there are different things at different times, whereas in the real world of the table, you just were always moving towards midnight.
Crime scene before the cops do.
Stopped at midnight.
Get the moon bike, Duchamp.
Come on, ask me what time it is.
All right, Conchu, what time is it?
It's midnight! Remember when you used to consider midnight a sidekick? Well, now he wants to kill you. Whoopsie.
And so Midnight is a bad guy, apparently.
It's just a scratch.
Did I win? I think I did. But it doesn't feel like I did.
Let's pack some punch into the whirly-bird, Frenchie.
One more ball to go. It looks like I have all of night spelled somehow. Really early.
Don't you miss Marley? Wouldn't you want to have just one more chance?
So obviously,
blade of vengeance.
there's this girl he liked named Molly, I guess, that died, and
Whirly-bird ready.
or
Let's
maybe
soften
she
him up.
didn't die. I don't know.
Bombs away.
Now we're back to this, so just jackpots, and more jackpots, as many jackpots as possible. Miss that shot, come on, keep the balls in play.
You hit the super jackpot!
Super jackpot.
Jackpot!
Bombs
Ball
away.
saver is gone, so stay in play.
Jackpot!
Jackpots as many times as possible.
Jackpot!
Come on, down to 2 balls. That's it for the multi-ball.
The whirly-bird needs some repairs. Will you lend me a hand?
You'd be so much better at this if... Oh, hey!
See, I got a super jackpot there, but only
Rude.
3 million points? That seems very strange. Maybe you have to work up to raising and increasing the jackpot values. This is a table that actually feels like you might be able to beat all 4 of the main bad guys.
Lost contact with suspects somewhere down the East River Drive area.
You might actually be able to do everything. I've gotten the super jackpot, and that's been a very rare occurrence. We've only done it on maybe 2 or 3 tables that I can think of the 48 we've played now.
It's time to bag some bad guys.
This is destroying.
Back for more. You'll get some more.
Every time the ball gets destroyed and it stops, the gameplay, that's not the best thing. I prefer the game to continue
For
playing.
him, releasing deadly psionic energy serves the same purpose. You figure.
It's just a scratch.
Combo!
We have a 1066 requesting a unit to respond immediately.
Man, I
No
keep
more
losing the
chances for
ball.
you. It was
I
you
wouldn't
who
really
ruined it
blame
all.
this table too much, though. It doesn't feel
Way
like
to
we're
go.
losing like crazy. That was part of the problem with Epic Quest.
Someone has
is
to do this. The fun
for
stuff.
as much fun as
Scouring
it
the streets each night.
seemed like it should be,
Moon God of vengeance.
the fact that you're
I've been his
losing all the
warrior
time.
priest ever since he saved my
Uh,
life.
well, I was losing all the time.
You
Didn't
hear?
help.
Can we go hurt people now?
But I think this table definitely suffers from me not knowing who Moon Knight is. Again, a YouTube video trailer or something, just like a video trailer to tell me who these characters are, or some dialogue, even references to which comic books I should read with a general summation if I want to know, don't want to read those comic books. Any of that would help, because you are just throwing me in this table blind, and I'm having to make a lot of assumptions.
Don't
I'm
you
having
miss
to
Molly?
just guess on things.
Wouldn't you want to have
Like, who's
just one
Molly?
more chance?
What's going
Khonshu's
on?
blade of vengeance.
I think it might be that some of Moon Knight's tales as a character he's really loved, but a lot of the series that he's been in, which haven't been that many,
It's time to
think
bag
haven't
some
been that
bad
good.
guys.
And so that would certainly explain why he's this Batman parody, and yet unlike Batman, who has like 6 or 7 comics coming out sometimes each month, Moon Knight
Blind
struggles
fools.
to keep even
You don't
one
even know
comic
who you're
coming out.
dealing with.
Come on, ask me what time it is.
All right, Khonshu, what time is it?
It's midnight! Remember when you used to consider midnight a sidekick? Well, now he wants to kill you. Whoopsie.
Let's see. What am I trying to hit? The other lane here?
Run! That's all you know how to do. It's
Oh, I
time
have
to
to
get
hit the-
serious, dude.
Outline. So you have to hit the outlane on the left to get the defenses down, then hit them. Alright. That's good to know. That's a slightly more difficult task than I thought they would be.
Lost contact with suspect somewhere down the East River Drive area.
You'd be so much better.
It is a little too easy to lose, but I'm losing under different circumstances each time. So I can only slightly attribute this to
Suspect seen
the
exiting a building at the
general
corner
lack
of
of
11th Avenue.
design theory or quality assurance that I feel like they always do. And we've seen a lot worse tables.
Let's pack some punch into the
this.
whirlybird, Frenchie.
Feels like I'm doing the same things over and over again.
More, you'll get some more.
Tricks of midnight. So it wants me to hit him first. And the table's feeling a little jittery as it's trying to animate all this. And there's no excuse for that. I just think some of these tables aren't as smooth.
It's time to get serious, dude. Run! That's all you know how to do.
It's just a scratch.
What's that? You've lost it. It was here. Somewhere.
I don't know what the taxi meter
Someone
in
has to
the
do
lower
this.
left is
The
about.
fun stuff. Scouring the streets each
If it
night
does
with Khonshu,
anything.
Moon God of Vengeance. I've
I
been his
assume he
warrior
drives the
priest ever
taxi,
since he saved my life. Khonshu.
Out of costume
hear?
during the
Can
day.
we go hurt people now? Just for the record, that's one more time I brought you back to life. Combo!
Something on your mind, Crawley?
Combo! Combo!
Lost contact with suspect somewhere down the East River Drive area.
So, not knowing Moon Knight very well, I don't know what elements I'd want to add here. I can only kind of think in general
Gotta
what
get to
would
the
be
crime
nice
scene before the cops do.
to add to a
Get the
pinball
moon bike,
table
Duchamp.
like this. And I don't feel like there's really that much missing. I mean, I can't think of anything to add. Maybe get rid of one of these lane loops. Put a captured ball somewhere. Maybe have a drop-down target that's easier
Get the
to see
coffin,
or
Dodgers!
play.
You'd be so much better at this if... Oh, hey,
I think it
let
may
me go,
have the
let me
perfect
go.
amount of
Rude!
mini games and 2 that are kind of rare. The lower playfield is, I think, adequately filled. There's not a lot actually in the lower playfield, but right as soon as that artwork stops, there's a ramp to hit. Other ramps seem incredibly difficult, although the outlane in the far right is a little difficult.
Is my necktie on straight, Khonshu?
See, I've now taken on the personality of a respectable citizen, and buying
Burning!
by selling low on Wall Street. Well, buy low, sell high is the right way to do that. I said it's
Watch
totally
where you're
backwards.
shooting!
Come on, shoot back.
No more
doesn't
chances for
matter.
you! It was you who ruined it all!
I have no interest in hiding. I wear white so they'll see me coming.
See, I don't know if there
Don't
is
cudgel
a...
your brain in vain, punk. Let me do it for
I
you
don't know if there's
instead.
an equivalent of a Gotham Police Department in this. Oh, look at this. So I'm up here in the top left.
It's time I reward you!
So it
Vengeance
just put me in a dot
triumphs.
matrix minigame. That's one too many minigames now. Even though they are kind of hard to start.
Combo!
Blind fools. You don't even know who
I
you're
guess we'll do
dealing
Bushman
with.
is back
That
again.
bad feeling.
Like,
Something-
doesn't he just look
something's not
exactly
right.
like the Joker
No, it can't be.
in the face?
Bushman.
The mercenary
Well,
who
no,
was
I'm
nice enough to
exaggerating
kill
quite
you
a
and
bit
bring
there.
us
He doesn't look
together in the first
anything
place.
close to
Hell of
Joker
a
other than they
guy.
both have
Now go
clown
kick his
makeup.
ass.
Missed that shot, missed that shot. There we go. Messed it up.
I cannot blame Khonshu. Only myself.
40 minutes playing now.
Someone has to do this. The fun stuff.
This is like
I
the
hunt
one
thugs to
table.
please the
There is, it's probably fine to play, but I still wouldn't play it
Past.
because of the license.
Khonshu, you here?
Can we go hurt people
I would
now?
have to go do some research. I'd have to go read some Moon Knight comics before I could feel like a connection to this
Lost
character a
contact
little
with
bit
suspect somewhere down
to
the East
actually
River
want to
Drive
play
area.
this story and continue down
Gotta
this
get to the
table,
crime
which
scene
is
before
a
the
fine
cops do.
table.
Get the moon bike,
It's
Duchamp.
pretty good actually, but not good enough to the
Suspect
point
exiting
where
a
I could
building at the corner of
play it
11th Avenue.
having no understanding whatsoever of
Let's
what's
pack
going
some
on
punch
with
into the
characters.
whirly bird, Frenchie.
seems pretty easy to lock 2 balls. It's kind of difficult to get that third to go.
Hurry! Get the coffin, Dodgers! Don't you miss Marlene? Wouldn't you want to have just one more chance?
Mess that up.
Just for the record, that's one more time I brought you back to life. No more
Mess
chances
that
for
up
you.
again.
It was you who ruined it all.
Get some blue orbs to start a mission.
You have a 1066 requesting a unit to respond immediately.
Starting a lot of these hurry-ups real easily. That's nice. It's like every shot I make starts something. Tells me to go forward. Encourages me to continue playing.
I will not fall.
As long as I don't just completely lose the ball in the gutter. I'd like to get up to that moon play mini field. But I'm gonna have to probably assume I'm not gonna actually make it.
It's not your lucky day, punks.
Ouch! Oh, you hit me.
So 3 strikes and that's it.
Vengeance triumphs.
It's time I reward
Maybe there's
you.
another level after that gets a little bit more difficult. Maybe the first attempt is the easy one, and then it gets more difficult later.
It's time to bag some bad guys. Take that!
I think Moon Knight also
You
addresses
don't even know
the
who you're dealing with.
general idea of
Our last encounter was rigged.
the
I
fact that
demand a recount
Batman
now.
No.
is really just beating up
Surely we can talk
criminals
it
or
over.
normal
I will
people
reap my reward.
that are doing
and
criminal activity.
You can't stand in my way.
Carson knows has an interesting
the
method
most of
getting
his
ahead
night.
in politics.
If he's
he just
doing
kills
anything.
the opposition as the Black Spectre.
They don't show it in the
There
comics,
it
but
goes
if
down the
Batman
drain.
captures any
Hello,
bad guys,
anybody home?
he is just
You
kind
ask
of
how I can live
violently
like this.
beating them up and
I ask how I could
tying
live
them
any
up.
other. Someone has to do this. The fun stuff. Scouring the streets each night with Khonshu, moon god of vengeance. I've been his warrior priest ever since he saved my life. Khonshu, you here?
Can we go hurt people now?
I will not fall.
How did he get the moon jet, I wonder?
Just for the record.
A little too
that's
easy
one
to
more
lose the
time
ball,
I brought you back to
it turns
life.
out.
Something on your mind, Crawley?
You
Or
drive
maybe I'm
the
just not
cab.
playing that
I
well.
listen to our passengers gossip.
You have a 1066 requesting a unit to respond immediately.
Kind of difficult to get to the bumpers. That's been very consistent amongst these tables. Difficult to get to the bumpers. Difficult
No
to
more
get the
chances
bumpers
for
to keep
you.
going.
It was you who ruined it all.
Beware the vengeance of Moon Knight.
And see, I'm just kind of in this weird position where I was kind of done, ready to start playing at 20 minutes. I was kind of done at 30. I'm kind of done at 40. Not having
Blind fools.
anything that can
You don't even know
to
who you're
motivate me
dealing
to
with.
keep moving forward.
Morpheus, I feel
There's-
his power inside my head.
Morpheus.
Every time the
Most
game
people
ends, I
think
might as well.
For him, releasing
I
deadly
probably
psionic
would
energy serves
just-
the same purpose. Go figure.
Move on to the next table if I wasn't recording. Probably come back to this table Yes, but it would be on rare occasions and not very long. Got it. That's a nice mission. I wish there was a mission like that in every table. Something just easy enough to pull off. 5
It's
bands.
time to bag some bad guys.
We are taxiing around now. And the taxi meter in the lower left hand corner is moving for some reason.
Don't you miss
And then I
Marley?
lose the ball again.
Wouldn't you want to have just one more chance?
So, hint, complete all 4 missions. Good hint.
Yes, the hideout is in dire need of a facelift.
Let's see. Let's try left.
The hideout has improved.
And each one of those upgrades just gives you more points.
Good.
You only get 3 choices here.
You'll get some more.
Come on, ask me what time it is.
All right, Conchu, what time is it?
It's midnight! Remember when you used to consider midnight a sidekick? Well, now he wants to kill you. Whoopsie.
It's just a scratch.
So didn't get that done. Needed to go up that lane and failed it down.
Combo!
Since this is another table that somewhat deals with insanity,
You'd be so
it
much
wouldn't be
better
upsetting
at this
if there was
Oh, hey,
a
let me go,
mirror
let me go.
implement somewhere. But
Rude.
the table just flipped over.
Marvelous.
Something like that.
Beware
But
the vengeance of Moon Knight. I hunt thugs to please the moon god. Still, he can be kind of a pest. Something on your mind, Crawley? Conchu, you here?
Can we go hurt people now?
yeah,
I will not fall.
really don't have a lot to say about this table, sadly. It's alright. It's a decent table. It seems really strange when you have a table like this and you couldn't better integrate like a more known character, because like Captain America is a great example of this. It wouldn't do too much to change this table thematically to be Captain America, and then the Captain America table could have been this, and that way more people would have been more interested in playing that table. Because I didn't feel like that one was worth it. Or the Avengers, Age of Ultron table. That could have been this table and played a lot better.
Don't
Seems
you
like
miss
they have some
Marley?
crazy gimmicks
Wouldn't you want to
that they
have just
usually
one
want to
more
have.
chance?
And for Moon Knight, they just didn't care enough to add a crazy gimmick. And by not adding something crazy, the table turned out better. There is something to be said about being
Yeah,
restrained.
1066 requesting a unit to
Just
respond
not-
immediately.
Gotta get to the crime scene before the cops do. Get the moon bike, Duchamp.
Shiny like the moon. We have an extra ball.
And I don't think the timing would ever happen that you would hit
I have a bad
the
feeling.
moon there.
Something's not right. No, it can't be. Bushman.
The mercenary who was nice enough to kill you and bring us together in the first place. Hell of a guy. Now go kick his ass.
How many times do you beat a guy down before he knows you're better than him? I cannot blame Khonshu. Only myself.
Bushman is just walking backwards, back out of the scene.
It's just a scratch.
So whenever he says that, I think that means I'm charging up with the blue orbs to start a mission. And every time I hit one of those, it moves the clock
Contact
forward.
with suspect somewhere down the East River Drive area.
I'm rank 0 newborn child right now.
Good. You're back for more. You'll get some more.
It's a little too repetitive here.
I demand a recount now!
Nose.
Like,
Hey,
way too much.
surely we can talk it over.
I will reap my reward, and you can't stand in my way.
Carson Knowles has an interesting method of getting ahead in politics. He just kills the opposition as the Black Spectre. There it goes down the drain. Hello, anybody
Notice I'm not
home?
getting an incredibly large amount of score here. It's just 6,
It's
7,
time
8
to
million.
bag some bad guys.
And it's a little bit of a struggle to even get that high.
Just for the record, that's one
And
more
this will
time
be our
I brought
last
you back
game.
to life.
And I kind of have to say thank goodness for it because, yeah, I just don't feel it. There's nothing wrong with this table. It's just nothing that interests me. It'd be, for me, it's the same as if there was no licensing or artwork. If this was just a old-fashioned pinball table with no theme and there was just polished wood on the background,
Good.
it would
You're
feel
back
about
for
the same.
more. You'll get some more.
I have a bad feeling. Something's not right.
No, it can't be. Bushman.
How many times do you beat a guy down before he knows you're better than him?
What's that? You've lost it.
And glad to be done with it. I'm surprised I even made 23 million on this table. More and more we work towards that 2 billion total score. But, yep, I have a super score of 1,857. Multiply that by the 48 tables we've played now to give me a wizard score of 89,137. And if people would friend me on Steam eventually, then of course the series, as I record it, hasn't even started airing, so nobody's even seen the first episode. But eventually people that have played Pinball FX friend me, they will add their super score to me, and I will add my super score to them, so that helps everybody. Let's see, what were the achievements? I got one. Defeat 100 thugs. I don't think that's really that realistic. The moon copter is taken off straight for the skies. I think that's probably get a super jackpot on that table. Our all-time high score is 1 billion, then 464 million, and a steady decline from that 464 million to 325 million, which, when compared to my 23 million, very, very reasonable that somebody paid 20 times better than me. That's what we generally see, is the people that I suspect are not cheating to get the high scores are playing about 20 times better than me. I'd only have to get 10 times better than my high score to be probably pretty close to the top 10. I'd have to do a little bit more than 10. I'd have to be 15 times or so. Of course, the 1 billion is 4 times better than the second best player. Unrealistic then. Speedruns, super score of course doesn't change for anybody because it's just whoever's played this table that has the highest super score gets it. Cheating seems to go on, I keep saying this, and I wish Pinball FX would just every year reset it, frankly. Then there'd be less reason for people to cheat. But, and also if they filtered out the ability to have your name be a website, that would be good too. Pinball Wizard score of course is set by the super score somewhat, so that's going to be the same challenge. No friends yet. Pinball King, no friends yet. And the highest score they wanted you to get was over 10 million. So I wasn't doing very well on this table. This is one of those rare occasions where in the local scoreboard tells me that I was playing pretty bad on it, when usually the local high scores tell me, you're doing fine. If the high score was like 1 million, I would have the first 4 slots filled. But because it's 10 million, I only have 1 high score better than that. So I almost have to say, be a Moon Knight fan if you're going to get the Moon Knight table, because that's my experience. Is you kind of need to know the story a little bit and be more drawn into it. Fortunately for the rest of the Marvel characters, I know them pretty well, so there shouldn't be that problem again. And this was still a good table, so we're continuing this trend here that started sort of with Fear itself and has worked its way down here, that even if these tables aren't the best, they're at least slightly better than average. Why these first big handfuls of tables were so bad, I don't know. Doctor Strange was alright and Fantastic Four was alright, but everything else before Fear itself I really didn't like. Maybe I'm just getting beaten down and just liking more tables now. Next time we're going to do the Clone Wars, and then we'll do Ghost Rider, and then we will do Shaman, and then we'll do X-Men, and then we'll do Boba Fett, and then we'll do Blade, and then we'll do Tesla, and then we just have to bounce between the remaining 3 Marvel tables and the remaining 3 independent tables. No license tables. But, yep. Clone Wars should be good. There's really no reason why it shouldn't be, so make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.